If you have taught an aqua fitness class, most likely you look out in the pool and there is a variety of shapes and sizes and ages and fitness abilities or lack of. So how do you teach to that? Well, let me tell you, I've been teaching for 35 years. We teach in retirement centers, I teach at health clubs, and I always run into this. I'm Janice Jaicks, the owner of the FitnessFest Conference and Expo, and the creator of the Aqua Progressions Aqua Certification. I advise you strongly not to teach to the level of the person in the class who is, let's say, the weakest link, not to be rude. You want to teach to the higher level of fitness, the person who is a higher level of fitness. And then you must offer specific modifications and options to the rest of the class. Anything you can find out about the students, knee issues, shoulder issues, all that, of course, is going to be more helpful. So you can really customize it a little bit and be a little bit more like an aqua personal trainer in a large group. So you teach at the higher level and then you offer those modifications. I will tell you, it's human nature not to work harder than your instructor asks you to. I will tell you that in all the retirement centers we teach at, they appreciate and want a more, let's say, intense class. They want to be motivated. Older people do not want to be treated like they're old people. Trust me, most of them do not. So raise your level of motivation. And that being said, it doesn't mean you're going to scream at them. It doesn't mean you're going to play loud, obnoxious music, because no one likes that, especially older adults. But they do want to be, I say we because I'm older also, but so they do want to be motivated and challenged. Unless that class is labeled like aqua arthritis or Tai Chi or aqua yoga, if it is water aerobics, they can impact. Okay? This is impact. Most of your students do not need a one-legged jump jack. You can start that way, and if someone told you they're coming from their wheelchair, okay, maybe they cannot impact. But most of your students, most of your older adults can do a jump jack, okay? What they need, though, are a few different things. A real, true aqua fitness shoe. That does not mean a Target brand. That is great for the beach. That is great so you don't step on something, or if you have diabetes, make sure you don't step on something sharp so that you don't feel it because you might have neuropathy. But this Ryka is my favorite, R-Y-K-A, and it protects your joint because this, I am bouncing on concrete. Yes, it's low impact, but it is not a no impact class. It's not a no impact format unless you have your feet off the ground, which is called being suspended. This is a shallow water aerobics class. So shoes are important. The way you impact, in other words, the way you land on the floor is important. So I'm bending my knees, I'm cushioning my joints. So make sure your students, make sure you cue and make sure you're being aware of the way your students are impacting, bending their knees, cushioning their joints. Okay, so shoes, impact, the way they're bending their knees, and also powering up rather than down. Sometimes if you're an experienced instructor, you've seen students that are like pounding the floor. Not good, not necessarily. Kind of silly. You're again, it's concrete. So the way they impact. So I'm going to do a jump jack, adding some arms, and I'm cushioning by the way I'm landing. I'm bending my knees, and my power's more on the way up than the way down. In other words, I'm not on the way down. So shoes, how you land. Remember that it's impact. And then depth of water, very important. You do not want to be waist deep. You do not want to be too shallow because that is not what water fitness is intended to be. And that's not the depth of water that water aerobics is meant to be. Let's say water aerobics is meant to be. So you don't want to be too shallow. But if you are too deep, yes, that will protect your body more. But the range of motion and the moves that I typically do are just not appropriate for it. So most students, and there's always going to be that exception of someone who maybe has severe shoulder issues that wants to be deeper, and maybe they have fibromyalgia and it's going to make them feel better. But at least 90+% of our students should be nipple depth, armpit depth. That will protect the joints and that will enable that range of motion. So in other words, if I'm doing this move, I'm getting a full range of motion for my upper body. I'm able to work all the muscles going up and going down. If I was too shallow, I'd be missing a lot of stuff, a lot of joints, a lot of muscles. So those are some tips for a safe and effective class. I've got lots of vlogs and blogs and certifications and articles and workshops. So please subscribe to FitnessFest and Aqua Progressions, and I hope to see you in the pool real soon. Stay cool.